What's goody, Shellitronnn here. You can call me Shells, and I'm back at again with a brand new video, and I'm gonna keep it a Bowberry biscuit. This is a travesty. This right here, this news, this has been going on for the last couple of days, is a travesty. It's an outrage. This is plain disrespectful to a man who has spent the last several months being consistently disrespected. And to be real, it shouldn't come as any kind of surprise to me, because I've been seeing this happen over the past few years, even while this guy was on a different team. So right now, I'm gonna give you my thoughts on the whole Cam Newton to the New England Patriots situation. As you guys know, Cam Newton is the new quarterback of the New England Patriots. From this tweet from Adam Schefter saying, former NFL MVP Cam Newton has reached agreement for a 1-year incentive-laden deal with the New England Patriots. League sources tell Mort Report and me. Newton now will step into the mix to try to help replace former Patriots quarterback Tom Brady. Now, when this news first came out, we saw it was a 1-year, $7 million deal. But as we all know, NFL contracts are funny money. You can read what they say. The numbers they report are not real. Now, when you're the MLB, when you're in the NBA, those contracts are those contracts. If it says 3 years, $30 million for the next 3 years, you getting your $10 million. Or however it's going to be split up. It could be 9 1 year, 11 1 year, and then 10 1 year. But no matter what, those numbers are what you're going to get paid. You're going to get paid. But in the NFL, it says a 1-year, $7 million deal. What we come to find out is that it doesn't really mean Cam's getting that $7 million. This tweet here from Jason LaConfora says Cam Newton contract, 1 year, 1.05 minimum base, just $550,000 guaranteed at signing. All right, there's some more numbers here, up to 6.45 in incentives. There was actually a different tweet from Ian Rappaport saying that the incentives are actually 5.75 and the max value is $7.5 million. But that doesn't matter. The full total guaranteed is $1.05 million. That is literally the vet minimum in the NFL. There are guys who've never even sniffed the level of success that Cam's had, even with a bad coach, well, a bad coordinator, bad O-lines, less than stellar help on the outside with his weapons up until very recently. Guys like Matt Schaub are getting paid more than him. Matt Schaub is 39 years old. His backup from last year, the third string guy from the Panthers, Will Greer, is making $800,000 this season alone. Fully guaranteed. He has more fully guaranteed money than Cameron Newton. And there are a lot of other players who I really could go into depth on, talking about guys who are backup quarterbacks, third string quarterbacks. There are even backup O-linemen, third string running backs who are going to get more money than Cam Newton playing for the Patriots this year. If that's not a problem to you, then let me explain a little bit more about this contract and what it means. So like we said, it is incentive laden, which means that he's going to get the $1 million, but it's going to be extremely hard for him to get that $7 million or $7.5 million, which is going to be the max value of that contract. I don't want to get too deep into it, but the way that incentives work are there's 2 different tiers of incentives. The first tier is expected stats and accomplishments that you pretty much think that a guy is going to get. And the second tier is the unexpected stats and accomplishments that is not really likely to happen, but it could. And if it does happen, you get these bigger bonuses. So like an expected bonus would be something like if Cam gets a combined 25 touchdowns, meaning like 20 passing, 5 rushing, he gets $500,000. Or if he gets to 8 wins, 9 wins, he gets an extra $250,000. That kind of thing. If it's like less than 10 interceptions for the season, he makes another $500,000. Those kind of things are the expected stats, the kind of expected accomplishments. But the big money's in the unexpected tier, where it's things like if Cam wins MVP of the league, you'll get a $1.5 million bonus. Or if you win the Super Bowl, you get an extra $2 million. Things that really aren't likely to happen, but if it does happen, you get some hefty money on top of that. In all likelihood, Cam will not even be sniffing half of the max value of this contract for a lot of different reasons, mainly because, I mean, those big lofty accomplishments probably won't happen for a New England team that does have problems with their weapons. Their O-line was not all that great last year. So Cam's kind of inheriting a system on offense, at least, that's not that great. Now, the team might win because you got Bill Belichick and you have a good defense, but it is going to be kind of hard to win MVP with the talent that's around the NFL right now, plus the lack of talent that's on the offensive side of the ball for the Patriots right now as we speak. Will we see Cam Newton start the first game? Will he start the second game? When do you actually put Cam in if he is going to be your starting quarterback for the rest of the year? Do you play him the very first week, or do you give him 2 weeks to learn the system, get a little bit healthier, see how things work, and then you bring him along? It's kind of hard to tell, how do you give a guy MVP, or how do you expect him to win the Super Bowl and get those big bonuses if he's not playing, or if there's not even a full NFL season due to coronavirus and all that kind of stuff. So the numbers just really don't add up for me there. But there is just one silver lining to this deal that Cam signed, and that's that he is guaranteed to be the long-term starter, at least for this 1 year, not for years to come, but he will be the guy they look forward to having for the majority of the games. Even if he doesn't start the first 1 or 2 weeks of the season, you're not playing Jarrett Stidham. Look, they have an old guy on the team who I'm actually kind of surprised that Brian Hoyer is actually still in the league. He did have some success with Bill earlier, so it is what it is. But let's be real, Brian Hoyer is not the guy to carry you in a season anymore. So we know that Cam is going to be the guy with the spotlight, and that's another big thing. All the cameras are on Cam. So if Cam can stay healthy and can perform even just above average for a full year, he can get some really big offers from other teams. And trust me, everyone is watching, because there were 2 big things that happened this offseason. One, Tom Brady left the Patriots. He is now on the Bucs. Everyone's watching to see what Tom Brady will do away from the Patriots, but everyone's also watching how the Patriots are going to do away from Tom Brady. And then bring in the next biggest free agent of this whole offseason, Cam Newton, after the huge debacle and the huge disrespectful way he was cut by the Panthers. That's a huge story. One MVP goes to the Patriots, another considerable GOAT. Maybe he's the GOAT. I think Joe Montana's the GOAT. But let's discuss that on a different day. Tom Brady, a top 3 quarterback all time, is now on the Succaneers. The microscopes and the comparisons those two are going to draw during this NFL season are going to be huge. I don't know how Bill Belichick gets away with it every single time, but if there is, I guess there's a second silver lining. And I guess it goes along with the first. Bill Belichick is the perfect guy to help you get paid. He won't pay you himself, but Bill Belichick is the mastermind of bringing in players that other teams and coaches have given up on, making them look really good while paying them very, very low underneath what their market value would be, and then letting them go on their way, and other teams paying big money, hoping that their team and their coach can get the same kind of results out of that player. Now, it don't usually work out that way for every team, and there's a lot of examples of that, but at least it works out good for the player's wallet, and I'm always on the player's side in these things. So, it could really work out for Cam. He could get paid. Bill Belichick is a mastermind at getting guys paid once they leave the Patriots. So it could work out. It is a big bet on himself. This could be a make or break, because I think Cam could play more years in the league, but this league will make a decision on you in a snap. And once you lose that favor, you can go from being a good starting quarterback to being a backup guy for the rest of your career very easily. And it only takes one player playing ahead of you and looking better. We remember how people were saying that Kyle Allen should replace Cam and be the starter even when Cam is healthy. People make snap decisions about quarterbacks all the time. We're living in strange times right now, so we have to see how it all works out. That's my thoughts on it, man. What are your thoughts on Cam to the Patriots, this contract, how you felt when you saw 1 year, $7 million, and how you felt when you saw 1 year, actually only guaranteed $1 million, only $500,000 fully guaranteed. And I could show you a list of guys who have never even looked at success, who are making more money than Cam this year. You can look it up yourself on Over the Cap, wherever you want to look at the salaries of NFL players. Find it yourself if you want to. Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. And you already know to do with that like button.
Cheers to you, appreciate the chance. Being told y'all I been the man. Being told y'all I had the gift. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Real ones gonna recommend. Count this as another win.